I was about to meet with a software developer and talk about building my own software program. And then, of course, I watched a YouTube video about vibe coding my own software. And I'm like, hey, I'm techie. I'm going to do this on my own. And for the last couple months, let's just say that the song Big Girls Don't Cry has been my theme song. And then other times I'm like, AC/DC Back in Black, so excited that I've got this thing figured out and I'm on top of the world. And if you have tried to build your own software, you know what I'm talking about, the extreme highs and then the extreme lows. And where I'm at right now is I finally deployed my software program. I deployed it. And then, of course, it didn't work. So right now I'm working through the bugs and, I have the console window open and I'm taking the screenshot of the errors and I'm talking to Claude and yeah, we're going to get it figured out. But the reason I'm making this video is to tell you the things that I figured out and what I'm still figuring out. And then I'm going to do little mini updates because it's a journey, right? So first of all, I've been through 3 different platforms. I started on Replit, then I went to VS Code with Copilot, and then I went into Cursor, and then from Cursor, I went into Claude Code inside of Cursor. I also tried Claude Code just on its own, but I really appreciated the little bit of extra help from Cursor. And then I have it on GitHub, and then I deployed on Vercel. And the biggest lessons I've learned is we've got to just keep pushing. We're going to hit so many roadblocks. And every time we hit one and we figure it out, we learn. And so the biggest thing that I learned this week is I kept redoing things because they weren't working. But the reason that they weren't working is because the app hadn't been deployed yet. It's not because things didn't work. It's because I needed to test it after actually deploying it instead of just testing it in the React test environment, if that makes sense. So that was a big lesson. And I know I just said, but when I deployed it, it didn't work, but it's just a small little thing that, okay, it's a small little thing I've been working through since yesterday, but I will get it. And I'm learning a lot along the way. And once I get past this little baby issue, then I'll be able to actually test it in real life because so many of the tests that I did, they weren't working because Claude wasn't able to see my envelope or whatever. I mean, if you guys are trying this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a fellow entrepreneur or a founder and maybe you're vibe coding too, there is no better place for us to be right now because we can learn this stuff and we can build such cool things to either fix things in our business or make things way more efficient or just come up with new ways to solve problems that we haven't solved before. I could not be more excited to be able to do this on my own. If you're like, okay, that's great. What are you building? Basically, I have not seen a project management system that allows a single virtual assistant to really organize all of their tasks and their SOPs and their own checklists really, really well. So if they are a part of their company's Monday.com or Asana or ClickUp, that's great. But for them to organize their own priorities, report how far they've made it on their own tasks, and also to get feedback on the task they're working on through AI instead of having to ask their clients, there isn't something like that. And so I am building it and it's really, really involved. There's a lot of different API calls. There's a lot of different things that it's hooked up to. And there's a piece of it that not even Claude or ChatGPT are doing inside of their own platforms. And it has to do with the context window. If you don't know what a context window is just how much information it can remember at once. And so I'm experimenting with RAGs, retrieval augmented system, something like that. But it's a way for it to be able to have a bigger context window. Anyways, I am having a lot of fun. I've never learned this much so fast in my entire life. And like I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like a superhero and then sometimes I just feel like crying. Not really. Big girls don't cry. Okay. But no, it's been a really, really fun ride. And I'll be sharing daily updates here on how it's going. I really wanted to actually deploy something before continuing to share, which maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't want to be somebody who was talking about something that they hadn't completely done yet, even though that would have been fine too. Anyways, stick along for the journey. I'll be making lots of other things too. I have lots of productivity and time saver things that I want to make, and I'll show you how I made them. And then lots of ways that I'll be using ChatGPT agent to make my life way easier and to decrease the hours I spend on doing things I don't want to do. Can't wait to share those things with you. Bye.